President Trump has done an amazing job as president over the last 4 years. More than any public official in my lifetime, done more of what he said he would do. I mean, that's why the American people love him. That's why 74 million people voted for the guy. Plus, I like the energy he brings to the job. He has transformed our party as well. We are now a party of middle-class, working-class people, a populist party rooted in conservative principle. That is because of this president. And if he runs again, I mean, look, this election is not over yet. We still need to investigate it. But if he runs again in 2024, I am definitely for him. I've said that already and look forward to him being president. I hope it's the next 4 years. But if not, hope it starts in January 20th, 2025.
Well, Congressman, he would be 78 years old. It would be his fourth campaign. There are some who say that he has been, very polarizing in what he's done, even though he has a very strong following, that maybe he wouldn't be the right face to unify and lead the Republican Party forward.
No, he would definitely be the right candidate. I mean, again, 11 million more votes than the last election. 74 million people coming out and supporting this guy. He has transformed the party, increased his vote with Hispanic Americans, increased his vote with African Americans. We won 2 congressional seats in Miami-Dade County. I mean, this president has done things that no other Republican's been able to do. And then his record of cutting taxes, reducing regulations, putting the embassy in Jerusalem, bringing hostages home, putting three conservatives on the United States Supreme Court, a new NAFTA agreement, and a host of other things. He's exactly what we need. The swamp doesn't like him. I mean, this town doesn't like him because he actually did what he said he would do. He actually came here and did what he campaigned on, what the American people elected him to do. And of course, this town doesn't like that. So that's why you have some people saying what they do. But he's exactly what the country needs. And if he runs again, I'm for him.
Congressman, it's so interesting because, if he doesn't get the next 4 years, he would have been a one-term president. But there are those who are saying, you know what, Joe Biden's likely to be a one-term president. If Trump ran again in 2024 and Kamala Harris was sharpening her teeth to get back on that platform to run against him, what kind of match do you think that would be?
Well, I mean, Kamala Harris believes all the left-wing craziness that, defund the police, Green New Deal, all the, back to the crazy Iran agreement that the president got us out of, all the crazy left-wing things. Remember the Democrat Party today. The Democrat Party today is a fundamental difference between where Democrats are and Republicans. The Democrat Party thinks America is bad. The Republican Party thinks America is good. Not perfect, but the greatest country ever. The values, institutions that make us a special place, that's what we want to defend and protect. They want to change all that. And plus, they want to take away your money. They want to take away your guns. They want to take away your private health insurance. They want to take away your Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays. We've already seen that from so many Democrat governors. They want to take away your plastic drinking straws. Who knows what else they want to take away? That's the Kamala Harris Democrat Party against what President Trump has done. I would look forward to that race. Again, I think the president, there's still a chance he can win this one. But if not, and it happens to be against Kamala Harris, we don't know. I mean, that's 4 years off, and Joe Biden is their top candidate right now, of course. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I think the president would win.
Congressman, you have listed all of the president's accomplishments, and there are so many who have said after this election that it really was a referendum on his character, on his style, not necessarily what he did. There were millions of Americans who said that they felt better off under President Trump, that they saw the benefits of the policies, that it reached them in their homes, in their pockets, but that it really was about that style. If he was to run again, would he have to evolve, perhaps even reinvent himself in some ways? Some people liked the brashness, but obviously not everyone.
Yeah, I love his intensity. I mean, I tell folks, I tell them back home that the president thinks like an athlete. He hates to lose, and he plays to win, and he plays with intensity and toughness. I think that the country appreciates that. I think he brought new people into the party. I think there's problems with this election. How does the president get 11 million more votes? We win all 27 of the 27 toss-up seats in the House. Every bellwether county the president wins with the exception of one. We increase state legislatures. We pick up big seats in the House of Representatives. As I said before, Hispanic American vote and African American vote for the president goes up, and yet he doesn't win. And he loses to a guy who would have a rally where there were 55 people. The president would have a rally where there are 55,000 people. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense. And that's why 74 million Americans instinctively know Something's not right with this. That's why we need to keep investigating and figure it out. And the other thing that scares me, Jackie, this is not good for the country, but you think about this. Of the 74 million voters who supported President Trump, over 70% of that number believe this election was stolen. That's 50-some million people in this country. That's 1/3 of the electorate. That is not a healthy situation for our country. So for that reason alone, we should continue to investigate this election and find out exactly what happened.
Well, I agree. And there are so many who say that it does need to be investigated, and that process is playing out right now. At the same time, there are a lot of people standing back and saying, you also have to prove that.
Right.
And I know we found instances of it and certain cases of it, but not necessarily enough proof to, for example, overturn the outcome. So your thoughts on how this is going to play out in the next few weeks and months?
We'll just have to see. But what I do know is dozens and dozens of people have come forward, been willing to sign an affidavit, swear under oath that what they are saying is true, talking about all the crazy things, all the fraudulent things they saw take place in key states in our election process. I think that warrants a full investigation. We still have now 11, 12 days until the Electoral College meets. So let's play it all out and get to the truth. I mean, the Democrats were willing to use an anonymous whistleblower who worked for Vice President Biden, who was, biased against the president to try to remove President Trump from office. Why can't we at least use people who've come forward, who've signed an affidavit, who are willing to go public? We know their names. We know their faces. They've testified in hearings. Why aren't we allowed to at least investigate everything they have claimed that took place? I think that makes sense. I think it's good common sense. And frankly, I think Americans want that process to play out. That's what we've been pushing to happen for now 4.5 weeks.